Welcome, everybody. I am Stefan ADIKA. You're on Artist on Record, your ultimate intimate conversation with your favorite artist. And tonight we have John Corabi, former lead singer of Motley Crue, in the house. Plus, the first Saturday of each month, we have a vinyl game show, and you can be in it. All you need to do is subscribe to this channel, Artist on Record, ADIKA Live, and send us your information to info@adikalive.com. That's right. Write to us at info@adikalive.com. Subscribe. Send us your Venmo information, your name and contact number, and we'll get back to you. We'll pick your name out of a hat and bring you on the show if you want to be on the show. And also, if you want to see more of this episode that you will not see here, check us out on Patreon for an all-access VIP backstage pass. And we also have our merch store. Your support helps keep this channel alive. It's all about the good rock and roll stories. So get yourself a t-shirt or something great like I'm wearing. Now, everybody, put your hands together. Mr. John Corabi in the house on Artist on Record, your ultimate intimate conversation with your favorite artist. It all starts now. You ain't got nobody left to blame. Gotta have a good. Okay, we had a question here that somebody was asking over here. I want to get fans. Daryl goes, "How about the Dead Daisies story? What was that like?" And you were awesome in that band. Together, everybody join together.
Well, thank you. There's really no, I mean, that band was so fucking busy. There was like zero time to do. I mean, we had some fun, but it was just work. Like when we were together, it was work. Like there was a schedule and boom, 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 boom. We did the tour. We came home. We all started writing riffs for the next record. So it was very methodical about how it worked. The biggest problem with that was, I know a lot of people want to know why I'm not in the band anymore, but, it was really just a thing. Like I was doing a solo band with my son when I got the call. And initially they said, well, we're going to need you about half the year. And I was like, okay, all right, cool, whatever. Like, even I don't really give a shit. I'm like, if they need me in the summer, I can tour with my solo band in the winter. No big deal. But once I did that first record with them, it just started to really take off to the point where that's all I could do. Like, I was like, I want to release this music and then most of the music was stuff that, like the song Casi Bella was a song that I had actually brought to the band for them on when we did our last record. And they were like, I'm just not hearing it. So I said, okay, no worries. I saved it, but I just didn't have the time to put anything out. Like I didn't want to put a song out when they put a song out. So even my live album, Live 94, I recorded that thing in 2014 or 15, and I sat on it for 2 years. So I just kind of said, you know what? I love the band. I had a great time in the band. I'm still on good terms with everybody in the band, but I just wanted to you know what? Let me get off the carousel for a minute here and breathe and go do some song and shows with my band, my son, really mainly my son. And oddly enough, now I was 3 years out or 4 years out. Now my son's doing other shit and I'm waiting for him. But that's how it works.
That's how it works.
Whatever. That's the only reason. I was just like, I mean, it was just constant. Like if we weren't in the studio, we were on tour. And I just didn't have any time for anything else. And you got to remember too, I had just gotten married to Debbie in August of 2014. And February, I think it was January or February of 2015, they called me. So I was like, I had like that little 4-month honeymoon with her. And then at that point, I was gone. Like I was doing records in Australia, then I was on tour. I was in Europe, I was in Russia, I was in Australia, I was in Japan, and then I'd come home, do another record, and then boom, right on tour again. So I'm like, I'm just going to get off this carousel for a minute and kind of, tell my wife that she has a husband, and then go do some shows with my kid. That's all.
No, I mean, the Dead Daisies. I'm not really familiar with the band that much. From when you were in it, but it seemed like a more uniform band when you and Mendoza are in the band. It just seemed you seemed like the right singer for the band. I gotta tell you, nothing, no disrespect to Glenn, but it's just a different band, different sound.
Listen, if you got to be replaced by somebody, Glenn Hughes, dude, the guy's a fucking legend. And oddly enough, I've known Glenn since I was in Motley because Glenn actually came in and sang on Misunderstood with me
Yeah.
from the Motley record.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he came in the studio one day and we're like, he was listening to the new music and we're like, he's going, fuck, this is great, mate. And we're like, do you want to sing on something? And he Misunderstood was up. It was on he goes, yeah, sure. So Bob goes, well, what about this one? What would you do? And this is the difference between artists from like the 70s and artists today. Like Glenn literally walked into this room and he took the headphones. We gave him the lyrics and he listened to it and he was like, he listened, he goes, all right, let's try it. And we started the song in the beginning. He ran through it. He did a bunch of shit like harmonies just off the top of his head, sang with me, answered, boom, boom, boom. He did it. And Bob goes, hey, just, one more time for good measure. And he did it again and he left. It was like, oh my God. Like he just literally came up with harmonies on top of my shit. Like he listened, I got it. Let's do this. And he fucking ran through the song from top to bottom and just nailed it. And it was unbelievable. We were all like, it was crazy. And during the same thing, you'll get a kick out of this because I know you're a Beatles fan. Okay. We're sitting there. We had this song called Baby Kill. And we're like, we're kind of hearing like this clavinet part we wanted on the track. And somebody goes, who can we get to play clavinet? We go, let's call Stevie Wonder.
Wow.
Right? So Stevie's not available.
Okay.
So then they're like, fuck, who else plays clavinet? And I go, Billy Preston. And they go, fuck, are you kidding me? So they call Billy Preston. Next day, Billy Preston walks into the fucking studio, sets up his shit, and he plays clavinet on Baby Kills. And we're like, oh.
Billy Preston.
Dude, yeah. So, fuck, this is crazy. This is awesome. So then we're sitting around. He gets all done, and we're just bullshitting. And so, we're all sitting there. We go, dude, okay. I don't want to fucking be fanboy right now, but can you play the solo that you played on Get Back? And he goes, yeah. And he sits down, and dude, it was the sound, and he fucking just nailed it. Like he, note for note. And he's playing Get Back, and he's singing along. And then he did that song, ain't got no dummy, got no melody. Bow, 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 down to my friend. We'll go round in circles.
Yes.
Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Will it go round in circles?
Playing it in the studio, we're all like, oh my God, this is fucking brilliant.
Oh
it was
God.
Awesome. So we had Glenn and Billy Preston, but that was the difference. Like those guys
Billy,
just come in, they listen to it once and they play.
Was he credited on the record, Billy?
Yeah, he's on the record.
He's credited.
Yeah.
Wow. How many days was he in the studio for, Billy?
He was in the studio one day, maybe 2 hours. And but that's what I'm saying about the difference between the guys that we grew up listening to and the guys now that have Pro Tools and auto pitch and auto tune and auto correct. And, I just moved this part here. And, like Glenn Hughes literally listened to the song one time and sang. And what you hear on the record is like a one take thing. And then Billy Preston on Baby Kills, I don't even think they had to punch him in on anything. Like he listened to the song, he kind of mapped it out on a piece of paper, and he just sat there with headphones and he played the song in the fucking studio, and it was fucking genius. It was unbelievable.
Were the other guys in the studio with Billy Preston in there?
We all were. We were just sitting there. Bob Rock was like, "Oh my god, this is great!"
Right? Everybody was fanboying out on Preston.
We were
right?
all fanboying out. Like Billy Preston. Are you kidding me? He played with the Stones, the Beatles.
John Lennon basically wanted him in the Beatles at that point. If you watch the Get Back,
yep.
You could tell. You could tell Lennon really wanted him there to make him the extra member.
Yeah. And it was like, oh my God, dude, are you kidding me? And then then we fanboyed and we said, could you play the solo to Get Back?
Did you get the jam with him or anything?
No. He just, because our gear we were kind of mixing
just set up
adding.
for him. Yeah.
But he just literally, oh yeah. And he sat down and he thought about it for a minute and he just fucking played it.
He thought about it for a second, huh?
Yeah, he was like, oh yeah, that song. And he just fucking played
that
it.
Song.
And he started singing it. You know. And then I was like, circles, dude. Can you do circles?
Up in the sky.
And he just started playing it and singing it. Just piano, no mic,
Billy
just
Preston.
sitting there singing in the room. And we're like, this is fucking amazing.
Wow. That was John Corabi, but there's more of this episode. If you click on the box right here, you can catch more of John Corabi and more of his stories. Also, we'll see you Saturday night, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, all here on Artist on Record, your ultimate intimate conversation with your favorite artist. It's only rock and roll, and we like it. And remember, who loves you, baby? We do. I'll see you later. Now get out of here, you crazy kids.